Okay. So today we'll discuss about the so in the work process administration, D completed, V completed, E completed. So DVE B completed. Next one is the M. M means so message server. M means message server here. So message server means it's like SM. MS is the transaction code for the message server related details here. Message server will perform the log-on load balancing activity. Log-on load balancing activities, it will perform it here. So message server will perform the log-on load balancing activity here. So it will perform the log-on load balancing based upon the groups, based on groups. So it will perform the log-on load balancing activity here. Suppose you have multiple application servers. Suppose example, you have the presentation layer, you have the SAP layer, then you have the database layer here, right? You have the database layer here. This is the GUI. This is the SAP layer. This is the database layer here, right? Normally, GUI to SAP, then SAP to DB, it will connect it. Within the SAP, within the SAP, you have like ASCS instance, then application server instance here. ASCS and application server. Two instances you will get when you install the SAP here. This is the SAP app server. This is the SAP app server here. SAP app server here. Okay. SAP app server here. So this is the SAP app server here. Through GUI, when you log into the here, so you are directly connecting to the your dispatcher is there. You are directly connecting to the this application server. Then here you are doing the working on the transaction codes and everything. Then it will pull the data from the database level. It will give the response back to you here. But here normally we can directly connect to the application server, or we can directly connect to the here also here. So here we have the message server, NQ server. Message server, NQ server is available in the message server, NQ server. Both are available in the ASCS instance. So remaining 5 processes are available in the application server instance here, right? So here message server is available in the ASCS instance, above system central services, your message server is available here. So what the message server will do, will distribute the load among the application servers, between the application servers. Normally, you have only one application server here. You have the dialog work process which will take the user load and everything. Tomorrow, the load is very high. Then the people, your client customer asked you to install the one more additional application server you have installed here. There is a one more additional application server you have installed here. There is a one more additional application server you have installed in the another host or same host. You have installed this 4 application servers you have total. Default you have 1 when you done the installation. Remaining you have added. You add additionally you have installed here. Remaining additionally you have installed here. In this case, what will happen? Here? Suppose if you are directly connecting to the application server, in case of this is down, what will happen? Then you will not able to log into the SAP system, right? This is not the correct procedure when you have more than one application server. So more than one application server, it's not the correct procedure here. But that time, what you have to do, you need to connect to the groups, ASCS instance, message server. Then message server will distribute the load to the among the application server. Then ASCS instance will distribute the load here. So when you are connecting to the message server, it will check in which application server we have the less load. It will equally check the load distribution. Then in case of this application server is having the less load or this is down, then remaining 3 will take care of your request. Even this is also down, then remaining 2 are there, it will process your user request. Even remaining 2 also down, then it will process the remaining request here. So like that, message server it will distribute the load to the available application server, and where we have the less load among application server, where we have the less load here. So that is the advantage of the message server. Message server will do the load distribution, load balancing activity. Suppose example, you have hundreds of requests are coming to the system. Then if you have the message server, you have the now 4 application servers, then 20, 20, 20, 20 requests like that. First request here, the second request here, the third request here, fourth request here. Then fifth request it will send to the here, sixth, seventh, eighth, like that. In the round robin base, it will allocate the request to the between the application servers. Even one is down, remaining 3 are available. It will translate, it will distribute the load to the available application server, here, right? That is the concept of the application server concept here. So in this case, where can we check how many application servers we have in the system, right? If we go to the SMMS, here it will display we have how many application servers are available. Here we have only one application server is running, right? SMMS, message server running on the SMMS. Then this is the application server instance. Only one is there. So if one is there, if you directly connect to the application server via message server, then both will come to here only here. There is no issue. But if you have more than one is there, then better to connect with the message server. In the logon pad entry, better to connect with the message server here. Why? Because load distribution. Here, the message server will distribute the load among the application servers. Among the application servers, it will distribute the load here in the system here. Okay. SMMS is the transaction code where we can check the message server is running or not. We can check it out here. Okay. So now, how to install additional application server in this case here? In this case, suppose example, here we have the only one application server here. Suppose we want to go for the multiple application servers, then go to the only SWPM is enough. Then double click on the SAP INST. Okay. So for adding the additional application servers, for installation of the additional application servers, for installation of the new SAP system, we have to do it from the SWPM. So using the SWPM tool, what we can do here, using the SWPM tool, what we can do here, we can perform the SAP installations, new application server installations, system rename, system deletion, uninstallation. So all kind of work we can do it in the SWPM tool here. So let me open here. First of all, we have only one application server here, right? To get the more, then we need to install the one more application server. We have to install it here. Then only we will come to know how the load distribution is happening and everything here. Once you open the SWPM tool here, go to the NetWeaver 7.5, wherever you have done the installation, SQL server, in the SQL server. So installation here. So in the application server above, we will do the installation here. So normally if you scroll down here, in the bottom, you see the additional SAP instances, additional SAP application server. This is what we have to do the installation. Additional application server instance here. Additional application server instance. So it will install the new application server here. So meanwhile, let me stop the NWZ. Someone installed the NWZ yesterday, right? So that SAP system also installed here, right? More not required here. So what we can do, we are doing the practice on the NWD. So that is fine here. So then let's see. So additional application server instance. Why means why we are installing the additional application server means so for the load distribution to handle the load hand equally. If the one person is there, one person only one person is only is doing the work means if the person is down, then business will be stopped. That's why if the two persons are there, they equally distribute the load, right? Equally they will handle the work process related load, they will handle it here. So that is the reason we need to have more application servers. So in the production we can have the more, but non-production one is enough here. One is enough here. Why? Because non-production there is no much business, but production we have the multiple users, they will log in. So that's why production we can log in, then there we can do the so business related activities we can perform it here. So now what I am doing here, since we have only one application server, how to check the application server means we go to the SM51. Here we can check the active application servers. Active application servers we can check in the SM51. So SM51 is the transaction code to check the active app servers, to check the active app servers. How many application servers are there in your SAP system? All will be displayed here. All will be displayed in the system here. All will be displayed here, right? So that is the one thing here. So then it is checking the installed SAP system. So it will ask in the profile directory. So we have the NWD. NWD, you need to select it here. Click on the next button. This is for the adding the additional application server instance. Okay. So here password for the all users, whatever the passwords you have given for the SID ADM, same passwords we have to give it for the so this application server as well. So within the topic, the multiple other topics also will come, right? So when you are working on the work process related transaction code, we have discussed about the one more transaction code is called the SM51 to check the active application servers, active application servers here. So that one we checked it out here. Then SM50, SM51, right? These are the transactions here. So then the next transaction, while that is in progress, still we have discussing about the message server. Why? Because once this is installed, this application server is installed, then we will come to know so remaining work process related information and everything here. So first of all, we are discussing about the application server installation. Okay, so here additional application server instance host agent. So host agent is not required. Why? Because host agent is already installed. So we don't need to update it. We are already in the latest versions here. Just leave the host agent here. Okay. So then, so here we can check it out in the so in the right side top corner you can see the log files here. What exactly happening? Normally in the installation, how we have checked the SAP inst.log file. Then same way here we can check the log files here. Here it is taking care of the additional application server instance number is the 13. 13 is it's taking. Okay. Just we can give the same or we can give the different instance number also. We can provide it to the here. Different number also we can provide it here. So this is for the adding the additional application server. So what will happen here? Here you will get the one more application server. Instead of 04, you will get the one more 013 like that. You will get the one more application server. Then each application server we have the dispatcher, IGS, gateway, IC man. Then work process table you will get it out here. So work process table you will get it out from here like this here. Okay. So here then summary. Nothing will ask just SWPM. Nothing here. No need to provide the exports and kernel, all those things here. Directly, it will install the new application server. New application server will be installed in a minutes. In a minutes, the new app server will be installed here. So here we can check the in SM51, we can check the active application servers. Active application servers here. So whenever you will see in SM51, you see you will get the one more application server. In this application server also will handle the load here. Will handle the load here. So once it is installed, then we will come to know the exact one, how it will be like this, we will come to know here. So once it is done, here we can check the logs here. Just to go to the SAP INST, in the SAP INST, we can check the logs here. What's happening and what it is doing and all the information will be displayed in the SAP INST file here. And also we can also rename it. Rename the SID to the different SID. You don't need to install it again. You can rename it. So it is checking. All those things are checking here. Normally, if the system is very speed, there is no space issues and we have the memory issues, then if you don't have anything, then immediately maybe facts 5 minutes that will be completed actually.
Sir, in between this process, I have a small doubt. While we are adding other application instance, it is asking for the new instance number.
Yes. For
But
each application server, there is a specific instance number here. Why? Because
yeah,
here we are multiple, we are installing on the same host. In the same host, we are installing the multiple application servers here. So to recognize, SAP should recognize the each which is the instance number. Then each app server, there is a separate instance number 04, 05, 13, 00 to 19. Anyone we can give it.
okay, on the same host, it will ask for a different instance. Okay. Can we install it on different host?
Yes, we can install on the different host also.
Okay.
Same host we can install it, or in the different host also we can install it. So same host or different host. If the one host is down, we have the one application server that will handle the load, right? So if the
Yeah.
two hosts are there, then one host is there, one is down, then all will be down, right? There is a business impact, server slow, server down, like
y-
downtime situation for the users.
Yeah.
So if you install both are in the different host, this is on the one 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 host. Then if the one is down, remaining three are available will take the load, right? So that way users will not face any issues. So if the one if you install all in one in that host is down, so we will get the business impact. So that is the reason. So we have to do this activity.
Okay, but in on different hosts, the additional instances will not have the ASCS instance. Only
Yeah,
the
yeah. Yeah, only primary application server. Whenever you are doing the first time when you are doing the installation, that time you will get only one ASCS instance. So
Okay.
then after that, when you are adding the additional application servers, then you will not get the one more ASCS. Why?
Yeah,
Because
okay.
here message server is responsible for the load balancing activity. Means here message server will send the request to the available application servers. So if you have the two message servers, both will fight each other. Both will fight. So then both will not take any responsibility. This message server will assume, okay, that message server will take the request. This will assume that will take the request. So both will not take the request. Then we cannot log in here. So to avoid this one, so one message server, one ASCS instance, one DB, then multiple number of application servers we can install it here. N number of application servers we can install it here. See here, it is almost 99% is completed here. So when you go to the here, it's almost 99% your application server is installed. So when you go to the SAP system, then NWD, you will see the in SM51 is the transaction code to check the active application servers. Active application servers here. You will see the active application servers here. See here, it got slow. Why? Because in this host, we have the multiple things are installed. So system got somewhat slow here.
Sir, in this case, load balancing, while configuring in Launchpad, uh, what is the instance number we should give, sir, and
Here
IP?
ASCS instance number we have to give it here. So we should not connect to the direct application server. Here we have to give the message server instance number here. Message server instance number is, so message server is only one, right? So message server instance number we have to give it 05. So here 05 will distribute the load to the 04 instance number and 13th instance number. It will distribute the load here among the application servers. See here you can see two app servers we got it now. Two app servers we got it now. Two app servers we got it now. Two app servers are active now. So which means so this both having the application servers and this both have the dialog batch update all are having this both app servers are having the so this both are having the so dialog process. So if you so here message server will send the load to the either this application server or and this application server. Either which one is free, it will send the request to the that application server here. See here, additional application server instance has been completed successfully. So additional application server is completed successfully here. So it's completed. So now we can configure the load balancing. Now we can configure the load balancing. So when we have the more than one, that time we can configure the load balancing activities here, right? So let me configure here. So it got hung. That's why if we install more due to memory issues, system will go hung status now. See here? Okay, now it's coming now. Okay, it's completed. It's 100% is completed. The 100% is completed here. The execution status is 100% completed here, right? So now you can see the memory status. Additional application server we are installing means so when it will occupy the some amount of memory and space in the system here. It will occupy the some amount of memory and space in the system here. All right. So that is what the additional application server installation. Why we have to install the additional application server means to perform the load balancing activity here, to perform the load balancing activities in the system here. So now we can see, so 04, SID 04 and SID 13, two application servers are here. Two app servers are there in the our SAP system. For NWD, we have the two app servers. Okay, for NWD, we have the two app servers are there. One is the this is the one more application server which we installed. The instance number for this one is the 13th instance number. This is the 04 instance number here. So this is the 05 instance number, ASCS. So now what will happen? Now you have the two application servers. So now you should not connect via individual application servers. You have to connect through ASCS instance. So when you are connecting from the ASCS instance, message server will equally distribute the load to the among the application server here. So here, when you are connecting from your logon pad here, directly going to the logon pad, when you are creating the logon pad entry here, so what we have to do here, when you are connecting from the logon pad here, so just go to the here connections. In the connections tab, just click on the next button. Here, instead of connecting to the application server, then you need to connect the group or message server selection. Group server selection, you need to connect it here. So here, message server details, we have to provide it here. Instead of if you have one, you can directly connect it. So nothing will happen. If you have the two, then we have to connect through. Connection type is the group server selection. We need to connect it here. So two will be, so two, you are connecting to the message server. Even though one is down, you can log into the other application server here. So then how it will work? How it will work? Let me show you here. So this connection will work based upon the groups, logon groups here. Suppose like in SMLG, we have to create the groups. In SMLG, we have to create the groups. So to work the load balancing activity in SMLG transaction code, so we can create the, in SMLG we can create the, so logon groups we can create it. SMLG logon groups we can create. Just click on the create button. Suppose like, so public, all public users should connect to the two app servers here. Suppose like two application servers here. Then one group you need to connect it. Then one more group you have to connect like public. Then one more application server we need to choose it here, right? Then one more, all India users should connect to the only 04 application server here, all India users here. Then, so what about next save button here? So then like that we are configuring the logon groups here. So while logging to the SAP system, you will give the message server details and these groups here. Suppose if you give the group here India, then you will be connecting to the 04 application server. Then if you give the public, either any one of the application server can take care of the your logon request here. Either this is down, this will take care of request. If this is down, this will take care of your request. Like that, it will handle the load here. So let's see now here. Okay, I'm going to the create new button, new connection here. Then click on the next button here, NWD via groups. I am connecting here. All right, give the custom application server, group server selection here. NWD groups here. Then system SID, NWD here. So here message server details here. Message server details means if you go to the SMMS, so you will get the details. Or if you open this one, this is the message server. Message server is running on the SAP Windows. SAP Windows, right? SAP Windows is the message server details here. SAP Windows. Then what is the port number here? 3605 is the port number of the message server here. If you go to the SMMS, here the message server port number is the 3605. 36 instance number. That is the 3 instance number is the 10, 3610. Instance number is the 1, 3601 is the instance number for the message server here. So like that you have given the here, then click on the group server selection, then you will get the group servers. You will get it out from here. So how many? You will get the, so two application servers, either 04, 13, you will get the two application servers, you will get it out from here. Even one is down, you can log into the other application server. Even 13 is down, you will log into the other app server, you can log in here. This way, the distribution will work. This way, the distribution will work here. So here we can create the groups, logon groups, we can create it here. Multiple groups, we can create it here. Multiple groups, we can create for space, something like that, public. So like that number of groups we can create it, we can connect it here. So that while connecting to the here, you need to choose the while connecting here, custom application server, then SAP Windows. Okay. So while connecting here, just click on the create symbol here. So then here we need to use the NWD via groups. We are connecting here GRO. Group server selection. NWD groups, via groups you are connecting, not the individual application server side here, right? So here SAP Windows, then 3605. 3605 is the group server selection here. So here you will get the here what is the NWD, then here you should get the groups here, right? Either India group or public group or space groups, or what is the public. Suppose if you use the public group here, what will happen here? Now it is connected to the public group here. So now you can log into the SAP application server here. With different user, you can log in here. So equally, it will distribute the load here. Equally, it will distribute the load here. Continue without ending any other things. Okay. So now you can also multiple sessions, you can open it. Multiple sessions, you can log in through the groups here. Multiple sessions, you can log in here. So one is the 000 also you can log in here. 000 client also you can log in here. So number of sessions we can initiate it here. Number of sessions we can initiate it here in the systems here. Multiple sessions we can create it here. So why? Because here equally it will distribute the loads here. Equally it will distribute the all the loads. Multiple sessions we can open it here. Multiple sessions we can open it here. See here how many sessions I have opened here. So what will happen here? You are connecting through public group here. So what system will do, what the message server will do, it will equally distribute the load to the 04 application server and 13th application server. 04 application server and 13th application server, it will equally distribute the load here. So when you go to the SMLG, just click on the load distribution. Here it will show the information here. It will show the information here. So how many user sessions in the 04 application server? 8 users here, right? How many users are in the 13th application server? 4 here. So equally it is distributing the response time also normal here, right? Equally it is distributing the load here. Equally it is distributing the load here. So as I mentioned previously here in SM50, we can see the SM50, we can see the only one application server at a time, only one application server, either 13th application server or 04 application server related information. We can see it here in SM50 here, SM50 here, one application server related here. All those things, one application server related information, we can see it from the SM50 here. All right. So this is the 13th, all are 13th only opened here. So now this is the, so if we go to the SM50, you will see the only at a time, only one application server, either 04 or you can see the 04 here, either 04 or you can see the 13th, either only one at a time, only one application server here. Suppose if I go with the SM66 here, SM66, if I go with the SM66 here, you will see the all work process related information in one screen we can see. See here 04 app servers and 13th app server related dialogues background. So multiple, if you have the hundreds of all system wide, how many application servers are there here? All application server related information it will show in the SM66. That's why SM50 is the local work process overview. SM66 is the global work process overview. Local work process overview, global work process overview. Okay, this is the way it will show the display here. That's why we are able to log into the system. So here equally it is distributing the load. Multiple work process, it is equally distributing the load here. That's why yesterday we discussed SM50 is for local, work process overview, SM66, global. Global means all app servers related, work process related details we can see in one screen here, right? Then SM13, it's kind of updates, right? Update, failed updates. If any failed updates, we can see it in the SM13. SM14, update status we can check here, right? Update means once user done the transaction, we can see it here. Then background jobs, SM36, SM37 for the background jobs here. Now SM50, SM51 to check the active app servers, to check the active app servers information, we can check it out here. How many application servers are there in your in your SAP system, SAP SID, how many are there? Under the SID, we have the multiple application servers. See here, multiple application servers. We have 1, 2, 0, 4 and 13 are the both application servers are there here, right? But in SM50, you can only see one, right? Suppose if one is down, suppose if the one application server is down, what will happen? Anyone? Suppose I will stop the one application server due to some issues. I will stop the 13th application server. Then will you able to log into the system or not?
Yes, sir, we can.
How?
So all process will shift to this other instance.
Right, which is the available. So message server, ASCS instance, when you are connecting to the only one application server, you cannot connect. So that's why if you have the more application servers, then you need to connect to via ASCS instance, means through group server selection in SMLG. There is a group server selection in SMLG here. So we have to create the groups, which group you want to log in here. So based upon the group, we can log into the multiple systems here. You can see here we have the 8 users, here we have the 4 users, total 12 sessions we connected here. Total these many sessions we have opened here, right? These many sessions we have opened in the system here. So this is the way we can check the how many, so what is the response. So equally it is distributing the load, not only one application server, right? Equally it is distributing the load. Suppose let me stop the one application server here, right? If I stop the one application server, you will still log into the 13th application server, right? Let me stop the 04 application server. Okay, I'm stopping the 04 application server. So means I'm shutting down the 04 app server here. So how to stop the SAP systems means in the MMC, right click on the SID. If you stop it, then all will be stopped at a time. But in the MMC, if you just click on the one instance, if you stop it, only one will be down. Only one will be down here. So it is shutting down now. Let's see here. So it is down. It is getting down. See here, yellow color. If it is going to the yellow color, then it is going to be down. Dispatcher shut down. Low. So all work process are down now. All work process are down now here. All are down. So all are down now. So now let's see what will happen here now. Let's see what will happen here. When you click on the refresh button, let's see whatever the 04 app server, 04 app server is down. Whatever the sessions are there in the 04 app server, all will be down now. All app server, all will be down now here. Let's see here. You will get the down notification here. Down notification, you will get it out from here. But you are in the 13th application server, you still work. Who are there in the 13th application server, they can still work on the SAP system. Why? Because 13th app server is not down. Only so one is down, fourth one is down here. So you still work. Why? Because here, so 13th 4 is down here, but 13th is up. Then you still work on the 13th app server here. You still work on the 13th app server here. You can see it here. You will get the symptom like, see here, 04 connection is broken, right? That is down. 04 is down. 04 is down. 04 is down. So like that, you will get the system. But when you are connecting to, so this is the group. Through message server, you are connecting to the group here. But this is the, so directly you are connecting to the, suppose if you create the one more instance, directly you are connecting to the NWD04 here. Directly you are connecting here. So if I double click it here, what will happen? You will not log into the system. Why? Because here you are using the direct application server, custom application server 04 instance number you are connecting. not the group server selection, right? Then, but if you go with the groups, NWD groups here, if you double click it, you will log into the SAP system. Then how? What is the matlab here? How you are logging to the SAP system here? When you are connecting through direct application server, you are facing the issue. You are unable to log in. But when you are connecting to groups, message server selection, message server, then you are able to log in. Then what is the reason behind this one? Anyone can explain here? Anyone what you understood from here? So what you understood, what happened now, what you understood now in this case?
In the two application servers, one particular instance application server is down. So groups message server will shift all the services to the another application servers which we have installed.
Right, right. So not only shift, yeah, it will. So it will check like now message server will check like, oh, one application server is down. So then I will forward the new request everything to the 13th application server. Now all the request will move to the 13th application server here. If you go to the SMLG, you will see the only one application server in the SMLG here. If you go to the SMLG here, you will see the only one application server here. Only one application 04 is 000. Here in the 13th application server, we have the 6 sessions. 6 sessions are there here. 6 users are there here. So response time is here. Only one application server is will handling the load here. So here we can create the multiple new GUIs, multiple sessions we can create it here. Multiple sessions we can create it here. Multiple sessions, so we can create it in the systems here. So even though it is only so one thing here, it is only one thing here, it is handling the load here. Okay. So here, why? Because 04 is down, it will not take any request now. But 04 is down, it will not take any request here. Why? Because here, when you are creating the groups, you given like public group you connected, public is connecting to the 04 and public is connecting to the 13. So 13th is active, then your request will be routed to the 13th. But you only connected to the India group, then suppose like what I will do here, instead of public, even group only, what I will do, I will connect to the India group here. India group, I will connect it here. India group, I will connect it here. India group here. So then in this case, what will happen here? What will happen? If I connect to the India group, what will happen here? So here it will not assume, it will not connect here. Why? Because India group is connecting to the only 4 application server, which is down. So it is active, it's not active here. Though then your application will not, you will not able to log into the still SAP system here. You will not able to log into the SAP system here. That will happen here. Right? Now if you start the application server here, just started, right click and start it. Now it will start it here. So it is starting now. So when it is starting now, if you go to the SM51 active application server, the status it will show like, so starting mode, starting something like that, it will show the symptom here. Okay, so it is started. When it is started, then it is starting mode. See here, server processor starting up here. All the processor it is starting here. So it's coming to the waiting status and running. So now it is starting. All the processor getting started, starting, right? Application server is getting started here. Application server is active now. So now both will equally distribute the load here. Both will equally distribute the load here. So here message server is helping to distribute the load here. Now almost 2 users already shifted to the and 04 application server. As soon as 04 is up, already shifted to the 04 application server here. So it's a live utilization. It is a live utilization. Whenever you click on the response time, how much is the response time? How fast your application server is responding? That is the one. How many users are there here? All the information will be displayed here. So now if you click on the groups here, if you click on the groups here, now you will log into the systems here. You will log into the systems, then it will show like what application server you are logging. So you will not bother about what application server you are going to log in. Here, the message server will distribute the load to the among the application server. Among the application server, the message server will distribute the load here. Message server will distribute the load here. Message server will distribute the load here among the application server here. Okay, that will happen here. So this is the message server and SMLG based upon the groups, logon groups. Then message server will distribute the load to the respective application server. If one is down, another one will take care of the responsibility. So if both are down, nothing will happen here. If both are down at the same time, so no one cannot log in. If one is down, other is active, then others, the users will log into the other application servers here. Like this, the message server will distribute the load here. So this is the concept of the, so connecting to the individual application server and group server selection here. If you have the more than one, we can connect to the group server selection. If you have only one, we can connect to the here, right? So that is the concept of the group server selection and individual application servers here, right? So, and also apart from that, this transaction codes, normally we will get the other transaction codes also. Apart from that, work process related, we will get the other transaction codes also. Like here, we go to the SM04 is the transaction code to check the active, this is for the logged on users list, local app server, logged on users list, how many users are logged in and everything here. AL08 is for the global app servers logged on list here, global app servers logged on list here, logged on users list here. So we would like to know how many users are logged into the SAP system, then what they are doing here, right? Normally with you, your friends and everybody log in here, but here in this screen, you are only working here. You are thinking like you are only working, but in outside, normally in the same screen, others also will open and they are working on multiple people will connect it the same banking server, right? Then we want to know how many users are logged in here. Then if you go to the SM04 here, you will see the only one application server related users, how many users are logged in, that will be displayed here. Here you can see 13th application server, NWD 13th application server related, 5 users are logged in here. 5 users are logged in with the 13th user related application server here. So there are some people, they are connected from the 000, 001 basis DDIC, and this is the response time there. These are the application they are using. One person is using the SMLG, one more person SM04. Then this is the logon time, this is the session, how much memory they are using. All the information is displayed here, right? Suppose if you go with the AL08, here all application servers related information will be displayed here. All application server 04 one user. Then remaining we have the one more user. Total 5 users in the one application server, 1 user in the one application server. Total 60 users, 6 sessions they have opened here, right? So all the information it's recorded here. All the information is displayed here. So this is the way we can find out this is the system wide users list. One more person is logged into the one more app server, right? So here like this, message server will distribute the load to the among the application servers. Among the application server, the message server will distribute the load here, right? So SM04 for local users list, logged on users list here, right? Then AL08 is for the all system wide entire system. We have the 2 application servers. In the 2 application servers, how many users are logged into the each and every application server? AL08, all logged on system wide users list here, system wide users list here. So this is the AL08 and SM04 here. Okay, those things you need to practice it for today. Okay, so that is the SM04, AL08, SM51. Then today we discussed about the SMLG and SMMS. So these are the transaction codes you need to practice it here. Okay, got it? Any questions? Anyone?